Hey, what's up everyone? It's Lord Ryujin here, bringing you another YouTube video full of delicious content. Um, just wanted to do a video in regards to a recent rumor that's flying around that Nintendo may have secured itself the rights to Beyond Good and Evil 2. And I wanted to go ahead and start a discussion on this, so make sure that you put your comments in the little section down here below my video. Appreciate keeping it friendly, of course, but one of the things that comes from it is just the fact that a recent rumor is floating around that Nintendo has worked out a deal with Ubisoft to publish and as well as partially finance Beyond Good and Evil 2 as an NX exclusive game. And one of the reasons is because Beyond Good and Evil 2 has kind of been in this eternally delayed development hell kind of situation that a lot of good games seem to find itself in for whatever reason. They can't get the financial backing. And whether or not this rumor is true is going to eventually, of course, play itself out, because with E3 coming right around the corner, we could easily see that debunked by Sony as well as Microsoft walking out on stage and showing gameplay for the game. But it seems very much plausible, because if this was something that, PC is way more popular now than it ever has been. So even though the first Beyond Good and Evil was critically acclaimed, it didn't sell that well. It seems to me like it's in a similar situation to what Bayonetta was in, where it was a game that a lot of people had a cult following for, really enjoyed, but just didn't sell well, didn't sell enough for Sony and Microsoft to necessarily look at it. But Nintendo could easily be like, yeah, sure, we will back it, make it in their next game. And we all know that Nintendo could use more content. So if they can come out with the NX and basically show off Beyond Good and Evil 2, a Bayonetta 3, a new Mario game, and who knows what else, I really think the NX has the potential to be a really good system seller. But that's not about this video. That's not what this video is about at all. But it all sounds very much plausible if you think about the fact that you have these gaming companies that are doing this. You have Sony that is sort of partially backing Shenmue 3. And Microsoft that has backed Tomb Raider. I mean, they helped release the game, they helped fund it, and that's the reason why Rise of the Tomb Raider is sort of an Xbox One exclusive game, at least for right now. And it makes a ton of sense, because Nintendo also did that as well with Bayonetta. They went to Platinum Games, they made them a deal to fund and publish the game, and they brought it over to the Wii U. So it seems like it's a very plausible move. And it says that, the rumor says that it's going to be an exclusive game in 2017, which just seems very specific for me, for something that has no merit. Like, if they were just saying, yeah, it's possible that it could be an NX game, well, that's one thing. But saying that, it's going to be an exclusive game in 2017 for the NX makes it seem like, well, that's very, very specific, because Nintendo's going to show off the NX this year. And if they're going to release, and if all the rumors make sense, if all the rumors line up properly, I should say, to where the portable NX comes out in 2016 and the console NX comes out in 2017, well, that kind of makes a ton of sense. 2017, Beyond Good and Evil, the console NX, it seems to make a ton of sense. However, there are two reliable sources for the rumor, although there's no real specifics on that I have, unfortunately. But it also points towards a recent video that Double Fine came out with. And in that one, the creator of Beyond Good and Evil continuously name-dropped Shigeru Miyamoto. And that just seemed very suspicious, because why would they do that? That would be like if I'm developing a game, and everyone knows I'm developing a game, but I keep going, Phil Spencer and I, Phil Spencer. Like, you'd be like, what's the deal with that? Why do you keep name-dropping, Phil Spencer? Are you doing something with Microsoft? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is just something that just seems very much plausible to me. Now, it may not sell as well, just like Bayonetta 2 didn't, because apparently people seem to have problems with Nintendo having exclusive games, but yet I still think it needs to happen because Nintendo is earning significant points, at least for me, for doing this. And Sony and Microsoft are doing it as well. I mean, Sony's partially backing Shenmue 3. So, if this is a trend that continues to go forward, I'm all for it. You know, I'm all for this because I really want to see these companies back these games. Like, do you know how cool it would be if we as fans, like, I enjoy Dark Cloud. And as a fan of Dark Cloud, if we kept asking for Dark Cloud 3 and then Microsoft picks it up and says, yes, Dark Cloud 3 is going to be an exclusive game and it's going to come to our system. You've earned brownie points with me, Microsoft. You see what I'm saying? So, and Nintendo earned a lot of brownie points for me for picking up Bayonetta 2, and they're going to pick up a lot of brownie points from me if they pick up Beyond Good and Evil 2. Now, whether or not this is going to come out to other consoles eventually, yeah, it's possible. I mean, anything's possible, really, because it ultimately comes down to Double Fine and whether or not they actually, you know, once they get enough money from the game, if they decide to port it over to the other consoles, that's up to them. But I just wanted to talk about this rumor a little bit. Don't really want to go into too many details about it because it's just a rumor right now, and I take a lot of rumors with a grain of salt, you know, because we don't know if anything's really true until they actually announce it. It is something that I do like to talk about, give my 2 cents on it, as well as talk about, you know, what I think about it, how it could be good, how it could be bad. And if this, the only bad thing that I can see is that it might not be received well. I mean, after all, the first Beyond Good and Evil was critically acclaimed, but it wasn't received well. It became a fan favorite later, it became a cult classic later, but when it first came out, it wasn't very well received. And that game was also multi-plat. And even though Bayonetta 2 earned a lot of points with fans, there were a lot of people that they were upset because they couldn't play it on their favorite system, the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. So this could be the same thing. This could be the same thing with Beyond Good and Evil fans. They're going to love it. They're going to go off and they're going to buy a Nintendo NX. They're going to, you know, enjoy the game. But the people that are maybe like diehard, I only have a PlayStation 4, that's the only system that I play on, you're probably going to upset them. And so because that's probably going to receive some backlash because of it, that's probably the only negative thing I can think about it. It really just depends upon what the NX is exactly, how powerful it is, what it's capable of doing, this, that, and the other. And again, only time will tell on this. So it's a rumor, take it with a grain of salt. But make sure you share your thoughts in the comments down below about what you think about this rumor. Do you like the idea of companies picking up these games that may have otherwise been in development hell forever because they just don't have the financial backing, as long as they give them exclusive rights to it? Or do you think that this is something that isn't true, it's just somebody, you know, throwing a rumor out just to kind of get reactions? What do you think? And make sure you like this video. That way it shows me that you watched it and you enjoy the content enough to you want to see me make more videos like this. And I'll do my best to try and bring that to you. And if you want to, you're always welcome to sub as well. I try to make new content every week, although I'm not going to pressure you into doing anything you don't want to do, because I appreciate you just watching the video. And as always, have a good one, and I'll see you next time.